So yeah, welcome to Threads. This is a channel that is mainly focused on helping worship leaders and musicians, giving you tips and guides on anything music related and worship related. So this week I'm trying out this vlogging thing and holding a camera in my hands, but hey, who knows, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Let me know in the comments. This week the thing I'm talking about is rehearsals. How do you bring down your rehearsals from having weekly rehearsals every week and a Sunday sound check to just one rehearsal maybe a month and Sunday sound checks every Sunday morning, and just walking you through the church. And yeah, so this is what it looks like when you come into Elim Coventry. And yeah, here we go. And this here is like a backstage sort of entrance onto stage. And here, this is the stage, and yeah, this is the stage at the moment. We have our keys here. We have normally our drums when we're back at the Elim building, and that's the sort of bass and electric guitar area and the vocals and everything. And yeah, so that's our setup. This is normally how we set up our rehearsal as well. And yeah, so yeah. And then we have our rack, which is basically where all the sound stuff is. And then that's the key setup. That's like the main stage control thing. And that is controlled by the Mac, which is connected to main stage. And yeah, so that's basically it. And this is sort of where we normally do our rehearsals. When we do our evening rehearsals, we sort of set it up like that, and we have the bass over there and electric guitar over there and drums and the vocals all around. We have been looking at how we can bring our rehearsal time to just one a month, and then have just a run through on Sunday mornings. And that has been working for us really well. We've been doing that for about 6 months now. And that has been just really working really well for us. But I just wanted to share with you some of the things that we do, and maybe that will help you. Generally, all of our musicians, when we send out the set list, which is somewhere early in the middle of the week before the Sunday that we're going to do worship, generally all of the musicians will try to listen to the music and will try to practice and get ready for Sunday morning. So that's really, really helpful. I think if you're going to try and do that, you need musicians and everyone who is involved on Sunday to get really clued in, to get practiced. And practice and rehearsal are two different things. Practice is you as a musician doing your own thing on your own, getting ready, and then rehearsal is everyone coming together and working through all the different parts that everyone has learned. So trying to learn and make sure that you've got all your parts, you've got them right, and then when we come to rehearse on Sunday morning, everything is tight and is running really well. So that's what we try to do. For a while, actually, we didn't have any rehearsal happening. We didn't have any rehearsal, and that was great and it was working, but we wanted to integrate a rehearsal into the month so that we can first of all introduce new people. People are joining the band, get them on board, get them to get to know the band, get to know the worship team, get to know each other, a bit of socializing, but also to be able to learn new songs. So we use that as an opportunity to learn any new songs that we're introducing in that month, whether it be 2 or 1 song or 3 songs. We introduce those songs on the night, and everyone will have practice and learn the songs, and then we can come and everyone will rotate on their instrument on the mic, try to learn the songs, play them together, feel them out, play some different arrangements maybe if we have the time. So that's really, really helpful. And so everyone has a chance, everyone in the band and the worship team will have a chance to play the song. And then on Sunday morning when we come together, we have an MD who has been communicating with the worship leader, which is great, and therefore the MD will know what's going on, what songs are we singing, what keys are they in, what are the links, what are the transitions between songs, how are we working those, how are we starting the service, service, how are we ending, stuff like that. All of that stuff is what the MD is going to be in charge of, and they'll be speaking into our ears and getting us ready and getting us to know what's actually happening. So the worship leader and the MD will be really communicating between each other during the week, so that on Sunday it's clear for everyone when we start communicating and running through stuff. So this is our production suite. We call it our production suite. This is where we have our mixing desk. It's a mixing desk, and that's sort of like our organizational area. You've got bits and bobs, all sorts hanging off. You can see XLR cables, IEC cables, more XLR cables, and we have this like wall of organization, Sharpies, fuses, all sorts there you can see. This is really helpful for us. There's a very full bin, and our communication devices. That's the lighting desk we've been using, and that's like where we put Sunday set list. You can see there some remote controls and anything that needs to be communicated. And so this is like the vantage point from the back. If you're looking from here, you can see the production suite, and that there is the thing that we use to control the projectors. It's like a matrix sort of thing, and all the cabling. There you go. So on Sunday morning, we're not actually practicing. We're not like getting chords and things like that. We're actually rehearsing. We're going through things that we can't do individually on our own at home, things that we as a band need to work out, like arrangements. How many times are we doing this bridge? At the end of this bridge, how are we going to do it? How do we move from song to song? How does this song start? All of that stuff we work on Sunday morning. So maybe it doesn't require us to actually go through all the songs. Some of the songs we'll have played over and over and over, and so we know these songs really well. So yeah, how do you bring down your weekly rehearsals to one rehearsal a month? I would say start first of all with getting an MD. It's really helpful to have somebody who is speaking into your ears every like when you're doing your Sunday service worship, somebody who knows what is happening, who can communicate. And that's something that you can start to transition in during your rehearsals. It doesn't need to be immediately on the Sundays that you start having an MD. Try training up some MDs, people who can lead band, people preferably who know the number system, who can call numbers, people who can who have just a good understanding of music and a good understanding of music language, so that everybody can understand them. And then try to bring down your rehearsals maybe from 4 a week to 2. That's really helpful. If you can bring them down from 4 to 2, try that out, see what it's like. Above all, keep your team clued in, keep your team understanding where you're going. What's the purpose of this? We're trying to help the team to have more time in the week with their families, doing the things that they enjoy and not taking time out of their lives. I know like how much it takes, so much time to get ready for Sunday. There's so much that goes into it, and so we end up like doing a 2-hour practice every week, and then on Sunday morning we come and do another 2-hour getting ready for the Sunday. I feel like it takes out so much time from people's lives. And so it's not a great practice, I don't think. It's great to leave people to have time with their family and to be able to do the things that they enjoy outside of church and, connect with community and stuff. And so, yeah, if you think that's something that you really value, those are some suggestions that I could give you. First of all, communicate to the team. If that's your vision, let them know what the vision is and start to transition into it. Get some MDs trained up, and then also start to bring down your rehearsals down to like 2 a month, and then you will reach a point where you can bring it down to 1 and be really intentional about it. On a Sunday morning, what you could experiment with doing is start at a certain time and communicate to everyone and say we are starting, for example, at 7 o'clock and we will aim to finish at 8 o'clock. Make sure that we finish at 8 o'clock. And sometimes, you know, you have technical challenges, and that makes sense, and that's fine. But let everyone know that that's what you're trying to do, so that we know that, you know, we have a time slot that we're working in, and everyone knows that. It's not to increase pressure, but it is also that people get ready ahead of time, so that when you come on Sunday, you know this is not actually a practice time, this is a rehearsal time. We're just running through the things that we need to run through so that Sunday works well together as a band. So yeah, those are some suggestions that I could give you. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. This is Threads.